every secret lake video online shows you the same 10 places, the same drone shot, the same caption calling it hidden, after millions of people have already watched it. So we checked all 10. We looked at the parking, the roads, and whether you can even touch the water once you get there. Out of 10 lakes that every travel blog recommends, only 3 still deserve to be called secret. The other 7 have banned swimming, packed car parks, or roads that turn into traffic jams. Before we start, if you like videos that dig into the real truth behind these hidden gem spots, hit subscribe now, because you will not want to miss the last 3 lakes on this list. Let's go through all 10, one by one, starting with the weakest. Number 10. Cregennan Lakes. Cregennan Lakes sit in the hills of Snowdonia, right below the famous mountain Cadair Idris. The views are amazing, with the lake in the front and the mountain rising up behind it. Photos of this lake look wild and untouched, which is why it ends up on almost every hidden Wales list you can find. But there is a big problem with calling this place secret. Visit Wales, the official Welsh tourism website, describes Cregennan as a well-known and often photographed beauty spot, not a hidden one. The road up to the lake is a single track lane with sharp bends, and many visitors say they have scraped the bottom of their car trying to get up it. You also have to pay £5 just to park. And once you arrive, you are not even allowed to swim or use a paddleboard, because the National Trust protects rare wildlife in the water. It is a beautiful place, but it is not secret, and you cannot even enjoy the water properly. This one is a skip. And the next lake on this list has the exact same problem, except this time, it isn't even a real lake. Number 9. Elon Valley. Elon Valley in mid-Wales looks like something from a fantasy film. Huge stone dams, calm water, green hills all around. Almost every hidden gem list about Wales includes it. But here is the truth that most videos leave out. This is not really a natural lake at all. It is a man-made reservoir, built by Victorian engineers between 1893 and 1952, for one simple reason: to send clean drinking water all the way to the city of Birmingham. There is a full visitor center here, with a cafe, a gift shop, and free parking right next to the dams. You can drive your car almost all the way to the water on a smooth paved road. And once you get there, you are not allowed to swim or do any water sports in any of the reservoirs, because it is still part of a working water supply system. It might look wild and dramatic, but it is really just very pretty plumbing with a car park attached. Beautiful, yes. Secret, absolutely not. Skip this one too. Number 8 looks even more peaceful in photos. But wait until you hear how many people actually show up there every year. Number 8. Bosherston Lily Ponds. Bosherston Lily Ponds in Pembrokeshire look like something from a fairy tale. In June and July, the whole surface of the water turns green and white, with hundreds of blooming water lilies. Otters live here, dragonflies fly everywhere, and wooden walkways let you get close to the flowers. It sounds exactly like the kind of quiet secret spot every travel video promises, but the numbers tell a different story. Both the National Trust and Visit Pembrokeshire, who manage this site, openly say that thousands of visitors come here every single year, and that it is one of the most popular walks in the whole county. On top of that, these ponds are not even a natural lake. They were built by a rich family called the Cadaurs in the 18th century, purely to make their land look nicer. So you have a busy, famous man-made pond being sold online as a peaceful hidden lake. It is lovely to visit, but it is the opposite of secret. This is a skip. Number 7 has an even better legend attached to it, about a curse and a missing sword. But the rules around this lake will surprise you. Number 6. Semmerwater. Semmerwater is one of only 2 natural lakes left in the whole of the Yorkshire Dales, and it comes with one of the best legends in the country. The old story says a whole town once stood here, until the people refused to help a poor traveler, and the lake rose up overnight and swallowed the entire town, church bells and all. It is a genuinely great tale, and that is exactly why so many videos feature it. But once you actually visit, the secret part falls apart fast. There is a pay and display car park that sits right on the edge of the water, so there is no hidden walk required at all. And instead of a quiet, empty lake, what you actually find is canoes, paddleboards, windsurfers, and small sailing boats. Because Summerwater is a proper working water sports lake in the summer months. It is a lovely place with real history behind it. But calling it secret is simply not accurate anymore. It is easy to reach, and it is often busy. Skip this one as well. The next lake looks calm and untouched in every photo, but the road leading up to it has actually made the news for the wrong reasons. Number 5. Wattenlath Tarn. Wattenlath Tarn sits above a tiny stone hamlet in the Lake District, and honestly, in photographs, it looks like one of the most peaceful places in England. The National Trust owns the land. Sheep wander around the farm buildings, and the whole scene looks like something from an old postcard. The problem here is not the lake itself. It is getting to it. The only road in is a single-track country lane, with very few passing places, and it has become genuinely notorious for traffic trouble. Local news reports describe serious traffic chaos on this exact road in summer. And in the hot summer of 2021, emergency vehicles reportedly struggled to even get through because of how jammed the lane became with visitors' cars. So the lake at the end of that road might well be quiet and lovely. But the journey there can turn into a stressful queue of cars trying to reverse past each other on a narrow farm track. If that sounds like your idea of a relaxing secret escape, this might still work for you. But for most people, it is a skip. Our next lake doesn't even have that excuse. It's easy to reach, and that's exactly the problem. Number 4. Bleay Tarn. Bleay Tarn in the Lake District might be the most obvious example on this entire list of a lake being sold as secret, when it clearly is not. Multiple professional photography guides to the Lake District openly describe Bleay Tarn as one of the most photographed locations in the entire national park. Full stop. There is a National Trust car park directly across the road from the water. The walk down to the shore takes about 5 minutes, on a flat, easy path that is fully accessible for wheelchairs and pushchairs. During sunrise and sunset in busy seasons, you will often find several photographers already set up along the shoreline with tripods, all trying to capture the exact same famous reflection of the mountains behind it. There is nothing wrong with visiting Bleay Tarn. It truly is one of the most beautiful views in England. But no honest person could call a 5-minute walk from a public car park to one of the most photographed spots in the country a secret. It is a must-see. It is just not a secret. Skip it, or rather visit it knowing exactly what it really is. That's 7 lakes down, and every one of them failed the same simple test. Now let's look at the 3 that actually passed it. Here is where the list changes completely, because the final 3 lakes actually earn the word secret. Number 3. Malham Tarn. Most tourists who visit Malham in Yorkshire never even see this lake, because they are too busy fighting for parking space near Malham Cove, about 1.5 miles away. Malham Tarn is actually the highest natural lake in the whole of England, and it sits inside a protected National Trust nature reserve, with rare alkaline water that supports plants and animals found almost nowhere else in the country. Getting here does not require a difficult hike either. There are 3 separate car parks nearby, called quarry, water houses, and water sinks. And all 3 of them are completely free, unlike the paid car park down in the busy village. Swimming is not allowed here, but that is because it is a protected nature reserve, not because the crowds have ruined it. People who visit regularly describe the Tarn as genuinely quiet and often almost empty, even on days when Malham village a few miles away is completely packed with tourists. This is what a real overlooked lake actually looks like. Easy enough to reach, but ignored simply because everyone is looking somewhere else. This one is genuinely worth it. But if you want a lake that makes you earn every single step, wait until you see the next one. Number 2. Llyn Fan Fach. Llyn Fan Fach in the Brecon Beacons in Wales. is a lake that actually makes you work a little to see it. And that effort is exactly what keeps it special. It sits inside a dramatic bowl of rock called a glacial cirque, high up in the Black Mountain. And reaching it means walking roughly 2.5 miles from the nearest car park, uphill along a river valley. There is no shortcut and no road right up to the shore. What makes this lake even more special is its story. This is the setting for one of the most famous Welsh legends of all, the tale of the Lady of the Lake. A fairy woman who rose from the water, married a local farmer, and later returned to the lake after he broke his promise to her. The legend also connects to a real historical group called the Physicians of Midfi, healers whose herbal remedies were actually written down in a manuscript from the 14th century. You will likely share this walk with a handful of other hikers, but never with a car park full of tour buses. This is a secret lake that earns the title through genuine effort, not clever marketing. Worth it. And now, the one lake on this entire list that no road on earth can reach. Number 1. Loch Corrywisk. Loch Corrywisk on the Isle of Skye in Scotland is the one lake on this entire list where there genuinely is no road at all. And that is not an exaggeration used for effect. It is simply true. This loch sits at the base of the dramatic Black Quillan Mountains, and the only realistic ways to reach it are either a boat trip from the tiny village of Elgall, or a genuinely tough hike that includes crossing a rocky ledge known locally as the Bad Step. Skye itself is one of the busiest tourist destinations in the whole of Scotland, with crowds at almost every famous viewpoint. Yet this lake stays remote, simply because the land around it will not allow anything else. People who make the boat trip out consistently describe the place as one of the calmest and most untouched spots they have ever visited in Britain, partly because there is no road bringing more visitors in behind them. Every other lake on this list you could reasonably argue about. This one is not up for debate. This is the real thing, and it earns the number 1 spot completely. So there you have it. 10 lakes that show up again and again in every secret UK lake video online. And only 3 of them are actually still worth chasing. The other 7 are stunning, but they come with banned swimming, busy car parks, traffic jams, or crowds of photographers already waiting there before you. If you have visited any of these lakes yourself, tell us in the comments whether you agree with this list, or if we got one of them wrong. And if this video just saved you from driving 2 hours to a so-called secret lake that turned out to be full of tourists, do us a favor and subscribe for more videos like this one.